Shadows crawling in the bright daylight, voices twisted, feeding us the blight, telling stories that were never true. We fight to break on through. Lies are woven like a velvet chain, slick with power driving us insane. But the fire burns deep within our chests. We fight, we'll never rest. We rise with fists clenched high, tearing through the veil, the sky. Truth a blade that cuts the dark. We fight, we'll never rest. We rise with fists clenched high, tearing through the veil, the sky. Truth's a blade that cuts the dark. We fight, we make a mark. They call us rebels, say we've lost our way, but freedom's blood, it fuels the fray. From the ashes comes a brighter light. We fight with all our might. See resolve in the roaring storm, breaking cages will rewrite the norm. No more silence, no more disguise. We fight with open eyes. We rise with fists clenched high, tearing through the veil, the sky. Truth's a blade that cuts the dark. We fight, we'll never rest. We rise with fists clenched high, tearing through the veil, the sky. Truth's a blade that cuts the dark. We fight, we make a mark. We make a mark.
Destroyed millions of acres of the state, displaced countless amounts of family. Do you take responsibility for any of this, and is there anything more you think you could have done?
Not really. I think these fires were very devastating. I think the full scope of what actually has happened, we're not there yet. Okay, these people's houses are just destroyed. People are suffering. People are sad. But we're Californians. We're going to push through. We're going to push through. And where we're going, the vision is 10 times bigger than anybody else can even imagine.
Former President Trump has recently criticized your leadership, saying that you failed California. What's your response to him, and what does the future of California look like?
To be honest with you, I try to block that rhetoric, because the words that come out of his mouth, all the words out of his lips, they don't mean anything to me. He needs to use these more, because the future of California is bright. It's so bright. When you really try to look at it, I mean, really look at how bright it is, you're going to need shades to live in California 24 hours a day.
Critics are saying that you're all hand gestures and no action. What's your response to that?
I think people are wrong. Okay, they need to wake up. I speak with passion. I speak with fire, no pun intended. And I feel if I use my hands a lot, people won't be focused on the lies that are coming out of my mouth, because I lie a lot. So I want to distract them with my hands.
Oh my God. That is too funny. Freaking Vinny, man. He's so funny. Oh man, I love it. What's up, guys? Hey, special Saturday night, Ace Report tonight. How's it going? I told you I was going to be on tonight. There was just too much going on, and things did get a little crazy today, even though not quite the way we expected it to. So let's go through it. Going to cut through today. I don't know how long tonight will be. I'm not going to make it the longest live, because tomorrow's Father's Day, and I'll probably do another live tomorrow, but it's good to see you all. We're going to cover the No Kings protest, which is pretty much a huge dud nationwide, except for a couple cities where they show up. Of course, they're big blue cities, as y'all can guess. And then this crazy story about the two Minnesota politicians, both Democrats, assassinated today, which is just insane. Going to cover that a little bit. And then finally, just going to talk about this, what's going on in Israel, Iran. Are we going to get sucked into this? And this amazing parade Trump put together. So Hope you guys ready to go through it, but hope you guys enjoying your Saturday as well. What's up, Rum Dog? Let me say hey to some people. Wago Waco, what's up? Cass Sink, Drop TF, Blue 5, how's it going? Rum Dog, loving that Patriarch Parade. I love it. Big Swede, Darren Collins, Danny Jagal, Patrice, what's up? The One, what to do? Frank Anastasia, One Love, Heidi Moga, Arnolfo, Gerald Kramer, Allen is in the house, Joe Scarpaggia, Danny Jagal, Connie Live, Chad Youngkin, Michael Tucker says we already have a No King's Day. It is Independence Day. I love that. Thomas Dubois, what's up? ST, Scott Volkovich, Fro Girl, eat cake for Trump's birthday. Yeah, man, today's a big day. I mean, it's just, I've told you all, it's like my dad's birthday too. May he rest in peace. But yeah, Trump's birthday, Flag Day, just wild. Just wild. So Hero Large says a No Kings rally locally had tens of protesters. Love it. I just a total dud. So let's just get right into it, shall we? Here we go. Scott Pressler today saying, I'm hearing reports across the country the No Kings protest poorly attended. Many only lasted an hour before people went home. A giant dud. It doesn't surprise me that the Democratic men can't last very long. I don't know. That's a problem I've heard about with them. We have Matt Swall down in Asheville, which is only 2 hours from here. These protesters, not that many of them, but then those are and then Asheville is a liberal city too, guys, like super liberal city. And you see not that many protesters there. And then Christians showed up and sang them some hymns. And there's almost as many like Christians singing there as there is protesters. Just not what they were expecting. It's pretty beautiful to see, and I think it's because Trump and the team were ready. I think they were prepared, and that's part of getting this out there. The whole military being stationed around. Trump's not playing around this time. It also tells you and shows you the absolute power, the difference now that we have X and free speech, because it enables people to get out there. It used to be the Democrats could coordinate and nothing, we didn't, it just could hit like out of nowhere. Like the BLM protest hit out of nowhere. Okay. I mean, George Floyd, obviously that whole thing, it was a catalyst. But as far as the riots and everything, they seemed much more organic, and the right was not ready for it. Plus, you had COVID that fed into it as well. But we didn't have National Guard out there. The governors weren't doing anything. It was just a complete opposite. As now you have, now I'm talking with my hands like Gavin Newsom in that clip. But now we have so many more options available to us. We're so much more prepared, and they have so much less power. I mean, look what happened here. So this is one of the places where they actually tried to make a big push. Here in Washington, you got Antifa besieging the exterior of a DHS building. Seattle, federal officers responded, smashed apart the barrier. The officers, they were going into this DHS facility. It's a larger story than this as well. They were going to try to just get inside DHS, but they were met by a ton of federal agents, and so you just see that it's just getting blasted. And you can always see Antifa. They always wear their hoodies and their masks. It's very obvious. It's not regular protesters. All the real protesters are now. It's all college educated white liberal women and old people. I'm hearing all sorts of accounts of it just being a bunch of like 50, 60, 70-year-old people out there. And the youth, because Gen Z is super conservative, the youth are just not a part of this anymore. It's wild, but then you get the dressed up people. But anyways, they're FAFO, man. These people getting busted up. They just threw down their barriers and ICE gets going, does their work. It's amazing. It's such a different picture in 2020. And despite what a lot of people thought was what might happen, it's just not turning out that way. We have this report from Philadelphia. just walked through the No Kings protest in Center City, Philadelphia, wearing a MAGA hat. Only one person said something negative. One actually apologized for the group. 3 others totally nice. Antifa definitely mixed in, but there were maybe 1,500 people there, not nearly the 75,000 predicted. Bottom line, major difference between what you see on TV and what's actually happening on the ground. Look at this. This is not impressive. This is not. The question is, why couldn't they get anybody out there? I mean, this was supposed to be the day of days for the left. This was going to be their huge FU to Trump day across the whole nation. And yeah, just a total dud. Now, I admit that it's early tonight. Things could break open. It could get really crazy. That's usually it's at the nights when things get wild. But you know what? It actually might be fine. It might not be this thing that we were expecting. We just might have been ahead of it, which is amazing. It's absolutely amazing if we figure this out. And because this should have been one of the most intense days of the Trump presidency, at least in this first year. It really should have been. And yet, when you look at what happened with Trump in DC with the army, it's actually going to be a huge success. Let me bring up. I want to go over a couple of the clips from what happened in the army parade today, because it was very patriotic and exciting to see that. Just it's like old school, you know. I'm not a warmonger. I don't want us to go to war. I don't want us to get involved with Iran, anything like that. I want us to stay out of war. It's one of my favorite things about Trump. But I still believe in having a strong military and supporting that military and being proud of it. You know, my grandfather was military. My uncle was military. It just runs in my family, and you know, so. Seeing that starting to be restored is amazing, but this is just showing you the left is losing it. They're losing their power. All that energy they had in the first Trump term. I mean, you think it's bad for their politicians. They couldn't get it going today. It's crazy. And yes, there's a couple places where there's still a lot of them. I mean, here's San Diego. About 20, it says 20,000 showed up. There might be a little bit more there than 20,000, but 20,000 is not what they were hoping for. They were hoping for hundreds of thousands, and they just didn't get it. Why? Is there just no interest? Did they realize they can't, they won't be able to riot this time? They'll be smacked down. I mean, that seems like a big deal. Look at that. I mean, that crowd, you're like, whoa. But the truth is that it's just not what they wanted. It's nowhere close to what they want. It's like 1/10 of what they want, if that. And in red states, it's way less. Let me get to here. I mean, did you guys see what this sheriff said the other day? He was like, we'll shoot you if you do this. But check it out. Multiple No Kings protests reportedly been canceled in Florida due to low expected turnout. Canceled. I mean, they couldn't even show up. It makes me so happy. I had somebody message me. It was last night or this morning. I can't remember. They were really worried about today, and I understood. I mean, I was very on guard. That's why I'm live tonight. I was planning on doing a live on Saturday just because I thought today was going to be such a big deal. Anyways, they messaged me, and they were really worried. And I said, you know, something inside me just felt like it wasn't going to be as big a deal. But I still was open to the fact that, you know, I'm going to be watching carefully because maybe it just goes crazy. And the truth is I told him, I said, I see 2 scenarios. Number one, it's a huge dud and just not what anybody expects. Number 2, you know, it's what we all expected, but at the same time, we're better prepared for it this time. The red states and places like DC where Trump has a National Guard and the military ready to go. And so there's just a fight and it's put down quick. And this should show you, if you guys, anybody out there who's been black-pilled, anybody out there who's been worried that the left is somehow going to make this major comeback, that they're just waiting in the shadows. This should show you that that's just not, they're neutered. They are struggling bad, like real bad. Random Trader says protests backfired on Democrats. It's certainly looking for it. Absolutely. Hero says Dems are protesting still if Trump is their president for 3 3/4 years, then JD for 8 more. That's what I'm believing, man. I'm believing it. And I think I was the first place to say it. So, but yeah, we're going to get, David, we're going to get to Iran, Israel in a minute. But I wanted to start with this because this was going to be the big deal today. They wanted to own the headlines, and they just weren't able to. Now that the headlines that they're owning are, what a dud. You guys couldn't pull it off, and just absolutely just messing with them. We did have last night, let me pull this up real quick, and then I'm going to show some of the military stuff in a minute. But last night there was actually an attack at the Capitol. So yesterday, actually, the Democrats, a bunch of Democrat protesters tried to storm the Capitol last night, just like J6, but they got busted quick.
We got people.
The Capitol Police were ready, knocked them out. But this was like a violent storming of the Capitol. They tried to go in and see. You see them right there running in. Of course, the Democrats aren't going to talk about this. They're just going to talk about J6, and they're never going to talk about how, oh my God, like, what about when we did, oh, that was different. That was just a protest. These people are such a joke. They're such an absolute joke. But it was put down fast. Nothing to worry about. So these are just these are the interesting things about today. I'm just so excited about how ready Trump was for it all. Let's get to the military stuff, because this was awesome. So Trump, this military parade was incredible. We had all them lined up, and they let them through an oath. Now I'm going to play this whole clip. It's a big deal. Trump leading through this oath, but real quick, I see Hero 10 memberships, bro. Thank you, man. That's so generous of you. Turd Ferguson back in. Random Trader Matthew Parker is in. Awesome. To Stonehaze, I haven't seen you in a while, brother. How are you doing? Thank you for that, Hero, for the 10 free memberships. You guys now get into the Discord, and you get to see the once a week members lives. And we did an awesome conspiracy one last week. You should go check out, where we ranked conspiracy theories from most likely to most unlikely. So super fun stuff in the members lives. You never know where we'll go with it. All right. Check this out. This is really, really interesting.
President, First Sergeant Norton, reporting for duty, sir. Ready to commence the ceremony as directed.
I state your name.
I
Do solemnly swear. That I will support and defend. The Constitution of the United States of America. Against all enemies. Foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith. And allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the orders. Of the President of the United States. And the orders. Of the officers appointed over me. According to regulations. And the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations. Welcome to the United States Army, and have a great life. Thank you very much. Have a great life. Thank you.
Wow. I mean, that's powerful. It's a powerful visual too. You guys understand what just happened here. I mean, along with him swearing in all these people into the army, Trump also just publicly put on notice that the military is under my command. I mean, that's a big deal. It's a big deal to just make well aware the left again. Okay, we've Gavin Newsom this week been fighting with the National Guard stuff. The way the judges have constantly been trying to hinder him at every possible opportunity. The corruption going on, even the wars going on. This is a warning out to Europe, the globalists, the bankers, the Davos. You know, this is a powerful image saying, I command the greatest army in the world. You know, don't mess with us. Trump understands the visual power of this so much. I've said it a million times, but he remains the greatest marketer in the world. This man gets out a message like no one else. And he's so genius because he shows you. He doesn't always have to tell you. And that's great messaging. It's powerful messaging. It resonates with the emotions. And if many people see this and feel very patriotic, feel strong, Americans just like, man, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is my country. That's a very powerful, it commands loyalty. It rises up that patriotism. It makes you feel good for your homeland again. That is powerful dynamic. And then on the other side, all the enemies, they cower when they see this. They get frustrated. They say, oh my God, how do we beat this guy? How do we beat this guy? He commands, he is in control. And this is exactly what happened. I mean, that's powerful. And they did, I mean, the fact that it coincided with his birthday, I just don't think you can overstate how crazy it is that Trump's birthday is Flag Day. And Trump re-emphasized it with this little warning he put out here.
Time and again, America's enemies have learned that if you threaten the American people, our soldiers are coming for you. Your defeat will be certain, your demise will be final, and your downfall will be total and complete.
Your defeat will be total and complete.
Because our soldiers never give up, never surrender, and never, ever quit. They fight, 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 and they win, win, win. Time and again, America's enemies have learned that if you threaten the American people, our soldiers are coming for you.
You guys notice what a statement this is? Time and again, they've learned our soldiers are coming for you.
Your defeat will be certain, your demise will be final, and your downfall will be total and complete.
Your downfall will be total and complete. That is incredible. That is incredible, man. That he just put it out there. We're not losing. We are not backing down. We're not losing. And he also just put on blast, like, I have the best people in the world on my side. We don't lose. And this is today was a display of power from Trump, and not in a totalitarian way, in a way that says the power is back to the people. I'm reestablishing the American system. It's a flex. He has the military there on his birthday, which is also Flag Day, which is also the 250th anniversary of the Army. He's there swearing them in front of everybody, hearing, so we can hear their oath and watch them swear fealty to him as president, not as a man, but as president, to the office, to the Constitution. And then he declares, we will destroy our enemies. And at the same time, he showed it by the left's big day. This was supposed to be their big day, and it turned out to be a total dud. If you guys have any doubts that we are winning, today leaves no doubt at all. We have completely taken control back. Okay, it's complete. And now what we're doing is cleaning up the mess. They had a chance to do something massive today. And yes, they're still trying to get the wars going. And we're going to talk about that in a minute here. They're still trying to get all that going. But it's not, if we're in this control at home, I think we're more in control abroad than many people think. Here's the last thing from the military day that I wanted to share, but this is just really cool. Seeing this with Trump and the Army. The military singing happy birthday to our president.
The Army go tonight. I would like to present to you this flag, which was flown over our nation's capital in free fall during the Army's 250th birthday celebration.
This is a military. This is a president the military loves and adores. Recruitment is off the chain. We already this year, in the first 4 or 5 months, we already beat our enlistment quotas for the year. We surged past them. There's been a dearth in the last 4 years of military enlistment. It's been struggling, and now we just broke our record for the year already, and there's still months to go. I mean, the military loves this man, and if you think they're going to, if crap went down, you think the military is going to go swear fealty to some crazy leftists, to a bunch of senators saying that like Trump's the bad guy, it's not going to happen. This was the day where he put out the word. I mean, he put out the message. Just I'm in control. We're in control. It's the good guys are in control. All right, let me. I'm going to switch gears here. Something else insane happened today, and these two. Let me get this in order real quick because I want to have this ready to go. Sorry, guys, I put this together on the fly tonight. I had a busy day, but there were two Democrat members of Congress in Minnesota assassinated today. I think they were one was killed and her husband was killed, and the other one didn't die. But this is there's a lot of word on it. I feel bad. I don't have the actual. I don't have both of them pulled up, but here it is. And there's a lot of talk, like they're trying to point this as some right-wing crazy, but this is what's interesting. Both these people had just voted to defund Medicare to illegal immigrants. They went against their party just recently. They went against their party, and now one's critically injured and the other one's dead. Here's Melissa Hortman. I believe she's the one who died. But the shooter just showed up at their house and mowed them down. But this is her right after she went against her party in the Minnesota legislature.
I know that people will be hurt by that vote, and we worked very hard to try to get a budget deal
nervous.
That wouldn't include that provision.
That's a woman who looks scared. This is posted by Nick Sorter. Says she sounded terrified while speaking to the media after she voted no on healthcare for illegals. Just assassinated this moment. This is what it takes. I mean, the left. I mean, they are the true terrorists. They are the party of violence. And again, they thought this would be some kind of false flag, also that they could get going, get the protests riled up, and it just didn't work. Rumor has it she was preparing to switch parties. Just crazy. And then here's the craziest part. The assassin's family worked for Tim Walz. So I'm still getting details on this story. but it's the guy worked for Tim Walz, and then his wife worked for him for Washington D.C. when he was a congressman. And so, how are all these people, the Bolters, connected to Tim Walz, governor of Minnesota, and then today these people, the husband goes and shoots two of their congressmen, both Democrats, both had been voting against stuff the Democrats were standing for, the crazy stuff, and then mowed down. So we'll be unpacking more of this, but obviously prayers to their families. It's horrific. Political violence has no place in our country. It's horror, no place in any country. It's one of the worst things ever. I mean, killing somebody for their beliefs, for being a representative of their people. It's just horrific. So I don't have all the details on this yet. But I'll definitely fill you guys in more tomorrow and Monday as I look through more of this. But it is it's horrific, but it's definitely this looks like an inside job. It does, and I know you can't draw full conclusions based on circumstantial evidence, but you can a lot of times, if it quacks like a duck, if it smells like a duck, walks like a duck. I mean, this is it's probably what it's often what it looks like. And then the last thing I just wanted to cover tonight is Israel is getting absolutely blitzed today, and but there's a lot of talk right now that because Israel has now asked for the U.S. to jump in, to jump into the fight with them, to the war. I just don't think we're going to do it. So here is officially, and this is great news, Barak Ravid from Axios, and he just reported this, is that Israel has urged the Trump administration to join the war with Iran to eliminate the nuclear program. U.S. official told me that currently the administration is not considering such a move, which is excellent news. But Israel's getting, it's getting messed up. They're dropping the bombs, but I don't think there's been many casualties yet, but a lot of, because Iran just doesn't have that many super powerful missiles anymore, but they are dropping a bunch of them. And so, look, I don't want us to get involved. Iran has every right to retaliate. Israel put the most devastating attack on Iran that Iran's ever faced. I mean, they flat out almost decimated their entire head of their military, all their people in strategic places. If they were building nukes, those are probably all gone by now. What Israel did was insane. And from a military perspective, it was genius. From somebody who wants to stay out of war perspective, scary. And I can't tell you if they actually needed to do it or not. I can hear both sides of the aisle. It does seem like the Trump team knew about it, and that Trump knew Israel wanted to do this for months and told them, give me 60 days to try to get a deal. If that doesn't work, then you guys do whatever you need to do. So, and that's exactly what Israel did to the day. And, but thank God for now. So far, all I've seen the U.S. do at all is intercept some missiles about to hit Israel, and I'm fine with that. And I think if they buy weapons from us and they actually purchase them, it's not a gift. And if we just help them intercept some missiles, that's fine. I don't consider that involvement. I consider that just being there for an ally, but without actually entering war. But anything other than that, I hope none of us we don't take part of it. And right now, Axios is reporting that Trump is saying that's nowhere, that's not in the cards right now, which is a good thing. That's exactly what we want. And we have Bat Young Sargon. She breaks it down here. She said, President Trump's pulling off something masterful. He's sidelining the braying anti-Israel far right that would have us drop Israel. But he's also resisting pressure from Israel to join the offensive war effort against Iran. He's lending defensive support to our ally while using their military efforts to try to force Iran to negotiate a deal. America first in action. I actually completely agree with this, and I think it's brilliant this way. And I think that's Trump's playing it the best way possible, because Israel was going to do this either way. So I do think we're playing. And listen, one way or the other, Iran's government is horrific. They are evil. Okay. So nobody should be crying tears for Iran's government. The people there are under a regime. They are imprisoned. They're just like in China. They are imprisoned to their own government. Okay. We hope and pray the Iranian people can rise up and take their country back. The Iranian people, second to Israel, are the most pro-America, pro-Western people in the Middle East, which is a crazy thought. I know, because of what their government is. But the people there love the West. They love American culture. They do. They want to be a part of it, but they can't, because they are under they're under tyranny. They're under an Islamic caliphatic regime that's oppressing them. And so nobody should shed tears for Iran's government. And Israel knows this, which is why Israel, as far as we know so far, has done a pretty good job of avoiding civilian casualties. But listen, I still don't want us to get involved. That's not the point. My point, though, is that this could end up being a decent thing, so long as we avoid getting involved. It might not be a disaster, like it looks like it could be on the surface. And then Trump, he dropped this today on a conversation he had with Putin today. And I think this is interesting. Says Putin called this morning to very nicely wish me a happy birthday. Almost sounds like they like each other. But to more importantly, talk about Iran, a country he knows very well. We talked at length. Much less time was spent talking about Russia, Ukraine. That will be for next week. He's doing the planned prisoner swaps, large numbers of prisoners being exchanged immediately for both sides. Call lasted approximately an hour. He feels, as do I, this war in Israel, Iran should end, to which I explained his war should also end. So to me, this is very good news. Trump, again, just nonstop trying to get us out of conflicts, trying to end wars, get peace. And that's what we voted for. That's what we voted for. Let these other countries do their stuff. And as long as we are safe, as long as we are not being attacked, stay out of it. Stay out of it. We just don't need to get involved. And so I think that as bad as this looked, as crazy as this looked, there was so much psyops going on back and forth, both sides. This is Trump getting us into it. He lied to us, blah, blah, blah. He didn't. And so far, I think Trump has been 100% consistent. You guys can call me a homer. I don't give a crap. Okay. This is exactly what I voted for. He is handling this well. There's always going to be conflicts. Always. We don't control the world, even though some people think we do. Guess what? Israel also doesn't control us, even though some people think we do. This is all being, all these arguments are falling apart right before our eyes. And just like I've been telling you guys, Trump is playing this perfect. He's playing this perfect because in all of this, if he can keep us out of the war, that makes the base happy. Win. Israel gets to, they did what they wanted to do with Iran, which that for us, if Iran's government gets taken out and the people can come back, that's a win. Also, we get to keep Israel as an ally because we're not messing with their stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm not completely anti-Israel. It's still good to have them as an ally in the Middle East. So that's a win. And he's negotiating with Putin on this. I mean, I just think like his relationships, the way he's talking with all these leaders, even though they're all involved in war, I think it's all a win. I really do. And now ultimately the only way I'm proven right is if it all ends well. That's how I'm proven right. If I'm wrong and it ends poorly, then I'm wrong. But as of right now, it looks like it's all going to work out. But it's not going to end quickly. And that's what sucks. But I think we're heading in the right direction. And I'm very happy for that. So, all right. On that note, guys, let me catch up a couple other things I saw today. And then I want to catch up with the crowd a little bit. Where I was to put some on the background, just a second here. Something we can all kind of enjoy. Here's some here's the protesters in Philadelphia getting as I look through your questions. Big JR talking about the assassin in Minnesota. So many things with this story don't add up. He had a very nice home, but lived in a lower class room with roommates. I know. I heard about that. It's very strange. Very strange. The whole story, what I've seen, and I need to look into it more, but it was very strange. Donna says a killer had a list of Democrats on his list in his police car. Yeah, including Ilhan Omar and Tim Walz himself. I think there was 70 on there. So JR says, well, there goes monetization. What was it I said? You got me on? So my last 5 videos, ever since I started covering these protests, every single video I've done has been demonetized. So can't call it like it is here on YouTube. Alan says, Walz said himself, not the way he thought. Now he finally has blood on his hands. Jeez. Walz said that? Crazy. Stella says, Iran doesn't have anything for a military week. Yep. Dips, what's up, man? Old finds. What's going on, guys? Good to see you all. Rum says, Brett Baer is interviewing BB tomorrow. Okay, we'll have to watch some of that. It's Father's Day tomorrow, so I hope all of us, men get to pamper ourselves, hang out, do some fun, but I will definitely try to keep up with the news as well. Robert says, this is a part of taking down Russia. Iran was supplying Russia with massive amounts of Shah drones, not anymore. Most of Iran's leaders have fled to Russia already. There's a lot more of this. Interesting. Robert, I will have to look into that. That is very interesting. I did not know about the I knew that Iran had ties to Russia. I didn't know they were that close right now with what's going on. Fetterman's donating his head to be our first Iron Dome. Even Princess Saudi said Iran's leadership no different than Hitler. Yeah. Well, you know what's interesting? I'm such a cheerleader. I'll stop it, JR. What was I going to say? You know that Iran is it's either Arabic or Persian for Aryan. Do you know that? That Iran changed its name to Iran because of Hitler. Hitler had connections with the Iranians in World War II and in Persia. And anyways, they ended up changing their name. He convinced them to change their name to Aryan, which is Iran. Isn't that crazy? I don't know if that's 100% true, but that's something I did study that, and I believe it was in an Ann Coulter book I read, and she's a genius. So here's some footage. What's going on Los Angeles right now? So it's Los Angeles has. I saw the biggest crowds in Los Angeles and New York, and but luckily in Los Angeles there's already Marines and National Guard and stuff. So yeah, Fetterman's been pretty good lately. He still votes wrong most of the time, but at least he says decent stuff. He's not a complete leftist moron, but anyways. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to call it a little early tonight. It is a Saturday. So, but I hope you enjoyed the bonus live. Listen, I think today was a good day. I think when you look at everything, I mean, obviously not for those poor people in Minnesota. Obviously my heart goes out to them, but for America in general, it was mostly a good day. The fact that these protests turn out to be a dud is actually a very good thing. It means we might not see the big Summer of Love 2.0 that they wanted, that the whole BLM thing, second attempt here. There's just not the energy in the country against Trump that there was before. So obviously we'll watch how things play out the rest of the week, but today was a huge dud overall. And that's a good thing. That means America's healing. That means our people are healing and coming back together. That means their money's drying up, which is a great thing. On the left, the crazy left, it means Trump is getting more accomplished. And Trump boldly, what they did in front of the military. I mean, people watch that, and I guarantee you there's people that don't like Trump that saw that and their hearts were warmed. Trump's so far staying out of this war with Iran and playing it perfect. I hope that continues. But again, very good news. So I think today was excellent, guys. It was a very heartening day, an optimistic day where it could have been an infuriating day, an angry day where things are worse than we thought, or they just had more energy on the left and resources than we thought. But it's just a dud. It's just a dud. And so we need to pray for the wars that they end, that there's peaceful resolutions. We need to pray that we stay out of it. And just pray that we can heal even more. But there's good stuff going on. There's good stuff, and it continues to be good and going in the right direction. That's exciting. That's exciting. So anyways, happy Father's Day to the fathers. I plan on going live tomorrow, but you never know. I might just have so much fun tomorrow and enjoy too many craft beers. I might not show up. So we'll see what happens. You heard if I play Caroline videos, they won't demonetize me, or they will. Was that the one talking? I don't know who Caroline is. Was that the woman? Is that what you were talking about? No, that was Melissa Hortman. I don't know what you mean by Caroline videos, Big JR. But anyways, listen, love you guys. Appreciate you. You guys are the best. And I'll be talking more this week later about the membership shift because there's some confusion over that. Listen, I'm still going to be on YouTube. All right. Some people thought I was completely leaving YouTube. No, I'm on YouTube, Rumble, and X. And I'm still going to be here on YouTube for the OGs. This is where my biggest site is, biggest group of people. I'm still going to be doing my public lives here. The only thing changing is the membership. So just wanted to make sure you guys know that. And I'll have more details later this week. But let's end in a prayer. Oh, Carolyn Levitt. You heard if you play Carolyn Levitt videos, they won't demonetize you. Well, she gets to do all of her stuff, and it's always on YouTube. So, yeah, that would make sense. But no, I didn't have any good ones for her tonight. I'm sorry, Big JR. Listen, I didn't know you guys were on a first-name basis. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were that close yet. I knew you were stalking her. I just didn't know that it was okay with her yet where you could call her on a first-name basis. So I'm watching you, Big JR. I'm watching you. Anyways, let's pray and then let you guys have a good night and a happy Father's Day. Fathers, you're needed. You're important. Just want you to know. And speaking of membership, I think I'm going to be doing a special members only class talk on fatherhood and stuff soon too. So that'll be good for all you guys. But I think you'll enjoy it. Anyways, Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Thank you so much for today, actually. This amazing June 14th, Flag Day, what happened with the military, Lord. And I thank you that we're healing as a country. Things are getting better. And despite all the craziness, there's a lot of hope and a lot of signs that things are on the right track. So I thank you for that. And just pray that continues. Protect our leaders, protect especially from these crazy assassination attempts. I just pray that the political violence ends in Jesus' name. Justice is done quickly there, but protect our leaders, give them boldness to lead us in the right direction, Lord. And I pray that God, war would just cease in the Middle East and in Ukraine and Russia, that we could find peaceful resolutions there and that we could keep our country out of it, that we would no longer be this warmongering country that gets involved everywhere. So I pray for wisdom for President Trump on that. And I just thank you, God, for all you're doing. Bless everybody here. Bless us going forward. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Love you guys. Again, have a great night. And fathers, listen, no matter what, too, call your fathers tomorrow if you do. I don't have mine anymore, and I would do anything to call them. So if you're not close to your father, if you're not there, take the moment to call them and, make sure you reach out, because just before you know it, they could be gone like that. Just like mine was. Mine was gone in an instant. No warning, no chance to say goodbye. And I miss him every day. And today he would have been 73. And I've missed the last 13 years with him. So call your dads. So anyways, love you guys. Have a great night. And I'll probably see you tomorrow. Take care. Good night.